To everyone on here, good, is it evening, afternoon, whichever one it is. What are we talking about? We're talking about the $100,000. Well, the allocation is $3 million that Palm Beach County has for home purchasing. Okay, it's called the SHIP program. And so today we're live. Well, I'm live because I want to tell you guys what's going on. Everybody sees it, but a lot of the time I'm noticing people don't really, either they don't understand the nitty gritty details or they don't read it. So anyway, I'm here to tell everyone what's going on. So pretty much Palm Beach County, this program is not new per se. New meaning this is not the first time they've released this program, but they have brought it back. So I think it was as of yesterday, the day before yesterday, they have now released that the SHIP program is available. The launch date is May 5th, 2025 at 12 p.m. Meaning the application launch date, meaning that you're able to put your application in at that time on that date. Okay, now here's the thing. They're only accepting 100 applications. Okay, they're only accepting 100 applications. So the portal is from Monday, May 5th, 2025 at 12 p.m. And it closes and it goes until Friday, May 23rd, 2025 at 59 p.m. Now, this is for the whole county of Palm Beach. Okay, this is all of Palm Beach County. Y'all know good and well that timeline is not going to last. So it's either from May 5th to May 23rd or until 100 applications have been submitted. Probably that day, within the hour, 100 applications are going to be submitted. Okay, this application is not simple. Okay, and so I want y'all to know what it is that you're going to need. Now, first things first, if you're here on this live, I want you to put something in there so that I know that you're here. But first things first, here's the most important thing. This is not a grant. This is not a grant. Okay, this is a deferred loan. Okay, this is not a grant. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. The money is up to $100,000. Okay, that's the maximum award per family, I guess we could say. Okay, that's a maximum award. That doesn't mean everybody getting $100,000. Okay, but depending upon different I was about to say categories, different qualifications or different items, which I'm going to show you all actually I want to say post, but I don't mean to say post, but what the Housing and Economic Development Department has actually put up. I'm going to actually put on my screen so y'all can see. Y'all on Instagram, so sorry. For some reason, my live is not working with Instagram. I don't know why. This thing is, I don't know why social media is always trying to jack me up. This is crazy. But y'all just listen. For those of you that are on Facebook and YouTube, you're going to be able to see. So those of you on Instagram, you can go back and look at my YouTube if you want to see the actual document. Okay, I think I'm going to go to the website as well so I can show you guys how to even get to that part. If you go to discover.pbcgov.org, okay, you click on departments, then you click on housing and economic development. Oh, wait. Share this tab instead. Y'all can't see. Okay, there we go. You go to the discoverpbcgov.org website. Okay, then you go to departments. Then you go to housing and economic development. And then you're going to see here, click here for SHIP foreclosure assistance. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about the purchase assistance. Okay. And y'all need to make sure that if you are in the line and yeah, I put it on my phone, but y'all can't see my screen on Instagram. But if you are looking to purchase a home, okay, look at what the county is offering and look at what different cities are offering, okay? Because Palm Beach County can offer assistance, but then also the city can offer assistance. At one time, the SHIP program was going on, but then Lake Worth City also had some assistance that they were doing. Okay. So be aware of that. So always go and look and see what's happening. Okay. So here we go. Notice of funding availability, application launch date, Monday, May 5th, 2025 at 12 p.m. All right. Let's start out here with the household size and eligible income categories to be served. Okay. So let me tell y'all something. Y'all might laugh at me, but when I first read this, every time I read these things, I read it as though I'm somebody who does not understand, all of these different terms and everything at times, because I want to make sure that I'm able to educate, those who are not all in the real estate field. So when I saw the moderate income 140%, I'm right here, and it was like less than or equal to, I'm not gonna lie, for a second I was like, okay, so do they have to make this amount? I know it says less than or equal to. Y'all, I even sent an email just to make sure. Okay. But yes, so if it is one person in the household, 105,000 of income, annual income, it has to be less than or equal to. Okay, so you can make up to that amount or less than, not over, if it's one person in the household. And then y'all see how it goes up. For those of y'all on Instagram, I'm going to try to be descriptive so that you can see what it is that I'm talking about. Okay, so that you can hear what it is I'm talking about. Two persons in the household, up to or less than $119,980. Okay, and it goes up from there. Up to six in a household, $174,020. Okay, and this is your annual income. So you're going to have to create your application package prior to submitting anything. Now, this application package is no small feat. That's the one thing about the SHIP program. The last time the SHIP program came out, when I read it, I was like, wow, you got to be ready. This isn't for people who are not ready. This is for those who's ready. Okay. Why do I say that? First of all, you see all these required documents. Okay. What are the required documents? Those of you on Instagram, I almost want to shift y'all over to YouTube because y'all can't see my screen. Actually, let me just flip it over. Okay. These are all the required documents here. Okay, so first things first, copy a pre-approval letter from a first mortgage lender. Mandatory. You need a pre-approval letter. Now, this is along with your application, which means when you're uploading everything, if you get it within the time slot prior to the 100 people, okay, when you're uploading everything, your pre-approval letter need to be in there. So that means that before that means that you can't upload your application and then say, oh, well, I'm going to figure it out after. No, everything needs to be figured out now. Okay. Driver's license, copy of birth certificate or passport, copy of current verification of employment. Okay. So that's pay stubs, that's check stubs, whatever. Okay. And they also have something in here for self-employed people. Okay. Copy of social, things for students, things for unemployed people. So this is for everyone in your household. Okay. If they in the house, they're going on here. Okay. Proof of child support documentation, legal documentation for adoption, divorce, battered spouse restraining order, completed verification of deposit. Okay. So all current accounts for all, you see all is in, I'm right here. Okay. You see all is in caps. I'm sorry to those of y'all on Instagram because my live is not working. So y'all just going to have to work with me here. Okay. But completed verification of deposit for all current accounts, checking and savings for all adult household members, or copy of most recent bank statements for all accounts, all pages. So this is not a easy, quick thing. You're going to have to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row with this. I know we all see up to $100,000. We see $3 million and we're like, woo, which is awesome. It's great. But you have to have all your stuff together. Okay? You have to have all your stuff together. Let me check the chat real quick. Okay. Now, well, let me not skip ahead. Okay. Most recent account for CD, investment account, whole life insurance, stock bonds for all adult members. Pretty much, they want to get all up in your business. And if they're giving you money, I mean, hey, you want the money, give up the info. Okay. So, what else? Most recent tax returns, all pages. Okay. This was something that stuck out to me. You have to have your returns filed. Your returns for the past 3 years have to be filed. That means 2024, 2023, and 2022. It has to be filed, and you need to upload it with this application. Okay? So, make sure you know that. Okay, so here's another thing. I wonder if I can kind of zoom this in for y'all. Okay, here's another thing. I'm right here. Certificate of completion for home buyer education from a HUD certified counseling agency or NeighborWorks America. Okay, you have to go to a HUD certified course, and you have to complete it prior to submitting this application. Okay, they on the website, they actually give you HUD approved housing counselors near you. Okay, it's 2 things you have to complete. You have to complete that, the HUD approved counseling session, home buyer education, and the county's 8-hour home buyer education counseling certification. So you got 2 things you have to do. Okay. So please, please, please be aware of that. If you're just coming on, hello, good. Is it evening, afternoon? We're kind of in the middle. But I'm explaining how Palm Beach County is giving up to $100,000 per family for home purchases. There's $3 million allocated to this. And so I want everybody to have an understanding of how you can have access to this money. Okay, go to discover.pbcgov.org, click departments, click housing and development, and it'll take you right there. Okay, this is not the foreclosure ship program. This is the home buying assistance program. Okay, let me check the chat, see what y'all got going on. Can I get a copy of this paper? Yeah. Let me put this. I'm gonna add this link to the chat. For those of you on Instagram, I'm gonna see if I can add it as well. I'm gonna add this. Let me see. Let me know if you got that. Let me know if you got that. That's the link. That's the link to this. Okay. Y'all, I got my phone up because I'm trying to show the folks on Instagram. Okay. So here's some more information. Okay. We just went over all the required documents. Okay. Here's some more information. Here's some more. Here's some more. Here's some more. Okay. Scrolling down here. All righty. So the first, let me start with the purchase price. The property's purchase price cannot exceed $568,000, $557,000. Okay, so you have a price cap. All right. Here's the other thing. The funds will be awarded as a 0% interest deferred payment loan secured by a recorded mortgage, promissory note, and declaration of restriction for 30 years. The loan is forgiven at the end of the 30-year term. Okay. Now, this will take some time to explain. I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of this yet. I'll probably do a video explaining this. Okay, so y'all can understand what this money really is. Okay, but the funds will be awarded as a 0% interest deferred payment loan. Like I said when we first got on, this is not a grant, meaning this is not just free money all willy-nilly. Okay, I'm going to explain it in depth another time because it can get a little bit, y'all gonna have questions. I already know y'all gonna have questions. Okay, right now I just want to introduce the program, and I want y'all to know what it is, how you can get into it. Okay, I'm waving to everybody on Instagram. Hey everyone. All right, so now what else? Okay, first time home buyer under the HUD definition. That's a long paragraph. I'm gonna summarize it up for y'all. Pretty much, you haven't owned a home in the past 3 years. Okay, There's some more details in there, but I can just make it as simple as that. Okay. If you're a first-time home buyer, you don't have to worry about none of all of that stuff. Let's just say first-time home buyers. Okay. Applicant may not currently own or have liquid assets exceeding $200,000 or a combination of liquid and non-liquid assets exceeding, excuse me, y'all, exceeding the current purchase price. Okay. So that's other things. Y'all, there's a lot of information. Okay. But y'all need to know what it is that you're getting into. Okay. Again, all applicants are required to have a first mortgage loan approved by a lender before applying, which means you need to have spoken to a lender, mortgage broker, what have you. You need to be talking to somebody so that you can have your documents in order. If you have not spoken to anybody yet, send me an email. You see my email here on the side, realestate@luxwealth.co. Send me an email so that I can set you up. If you look at my last live, Tamid and I were on speaking about mortgages. More specifically, we're speaking more so to people who are self-employed because y'all, you know, your taxes are set up a little bit differently. And I know some of y'all have your income set up a little bit differently. Obviously, you're not W-2. I mean, unless you're running payroll and paying yourself, you're not W-2. Okay. So Tamid and I were on, and Tamid is able to help you and assist you. We're able to help you and assist you with this program. Okay. I'm going to flip the camera back on me, y'all. How do I? This is so funny. If you're on Instagram just coming in, I'm explaining how Palm Beach County now has the SHIP program, an allocation up to $3 million, up to $100,000 per family. Okay. Again, keyword up to. Okay. So here's another thing. I'm explaining this to y'all right now, but they have a pre-application orientation. Okay. Before submitting an application, applicants may attend one of the virtual pre-application orientations. I actually did this, I think, a year or two ago, and they go through the whole thing and they answer all of your questions. Okay. They even have the link in here. For those of you on Instagram, I think I can get y'all the link. Nope. I'm gonna try and get y'all the link on Instagram so y'all can see. Okay. But they have the link and everything in here. Okay. If you're on here and you have some questions, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna switch the camera thing. Let me know. But again, here's the income. Now, I was telling y'all earlier, how much you receive is going to be based upon many different factors. This is why they're getting so much information from you, because they are looking at everything. They're looking at the big picture. They're looking at everything. Okay. They're looking at tax returns. They're looking at bank statements. They're looking at, oh my goodness, who's in the household. They're looking at what your pre-approval letter says. Okay. How much have you been pre-approved for? All right. They're looking to see if you even have everything that's supposed to be in the application. Because if your application is not completed properly, then obviously you're being kicked out. Okay. You're not going to qualify. Even if you do qualify, if your application does not have everything, then you don't qualify. I hope that makes sense, y'all. Okay. So again, the application portal opens in May. So you have what, 1 month? Yeah. Okay. You have 1 month to get all of these things together, which means you need to email me at realestate@luxwealth.co. Why am I saying that? Because you need a pre-approval. You need a pre-approval in order to apply and qualify for this. You need a pre-approval. Okay. So again, it says here, applications must be submitted online and will be processed on a first submitted, okay, first qualified, first served basis, subject to funding availability. All right. And all financial assistance will be in the form of a deferred loan. It's not a grant, a deferred loan. I'm going to get into that later, y'all. Anyway, if you're online here, again, we're talking about the $100,000 or the $3 million allocated dollars that Palm Beach County, it's the whole county. Palm Beach County has allocated to purchase assistance for first-time home buyers. Okay. This is for first-time home buyers, including acquisition, new construction, down payment, and closing costs. That will be used for your primary place of residence. This is not for investment properties. Please, this is not for investment properties. You have to live in the residence. And there are some terms that you will agree to with these funds. And if you do not abide by these terms over the course of the 30-year loan, then you will have to be paying some of these funds back. Okay. And I'll get into that on another day because we already done talked for a little bit about this. Okay. So again, $3 million allocated. Maximum reward per family is up to $100,000. All right. You must have a pre-approval letter. You're going to need your tax returns to be filed this year, 2023, 2022. All 3 years need to be filed. You need to take a HUD approved home buyer education course, okay, or counseling session, what have you. You need to complete the county's 8-hour home buyer education counseling program, okay? And what are some other big things? I would suggest that you all go to the pre-application orientation as well. There's one on Tuesday, April 15th, Tuesday, April 22nd, Thursday, April 24th, Tuesday, April 29th, and 4 days prior to the applications being submitted, Thursday, May 1st at 3:30 p.m. So you have all different time slots, and the information to get into it is on the site. So anyway, y'all, I'm Leanne Collymore, as you all know. If you have any questions, you can contact me at realestate@luxwealth.co. Okay. Send this to people around you. If you know that someone wants to buy a house, listen, send them this information and let them know what's going on in the county. Okay. Will you be disqualified if you inherited a property? Hold on, let me put this question up. Okay. Will you be disqualified if you inherited a property, and will you still be able to get an FHA loan? Well, if you inherited the property, then it would not be a purchase. And will you still be able to get an FHA loan? Will you still be able to get an FHA loan if you inherited the property? Well, it all depends on what you have. I mean, FHA loans you can get. It all depends on what you have. Inheriting a property would be a different situation. That would be a different situation from this, because this is for people who are buying. Okay. What else? Any other questions? Again, y'all, up to $3 million, max per family up to $100,000. Okay. And they have the moderate income. It's saying 140%, but equal or less than 105,000. And that's for one person. Okay. Annual income. Anyway, y'all. Okay. I want you to email me again at realestate@luxwealth.co. Please don't put a com. Don't put an M at the end. realestate@luxwealth.co. Let me know if you have any questions. Send me an email. Y'all follow me on Facebook, Leanne Collymore, Realtor. Instagram, Lux Wealth Co. Okay. YouTube, Leanne Collymore. This video is going to be on YouTube as well. Okay. This week, we're going to have somebody speaking. I'm going to have somebody speaking about investment properties. I'm going to have Doug Lawson speaking about investment properties, speaking about flips. He has experience in that area. So y'all look for the information for the next live. It's going to be on Friday, deciding between 12 and like 1 o'clock. Okay. I'll see y'all later.